What it is, KNS gang. It's your boy Dino. I'm back. Y'all can see me too. So yeah, I got my steering wheel set up right here. I'll probably need to lift the camera up a little bit.
No one is getting the best of me. I'ma keep chasing my destiny. Now that it's winter take all, I shoot the shots, I make the call. I always land on my feet, cause I keep pulling the street. From the sky to the sea, I'ma keep going when I'm in the Grand Prix.
There we go. But yeah, I got my steering wheel right here, as y'all can see. The G923 Logitech. Well, G923 steering wheel. True Force entry level. It's got the pedals and everything. So you finna see what's up with the Crew MotorFest. First time experience with it. It's been a minute since I got on the steering wheel. Can't wait to see how it feels. And I got a new little system I'm playing on. I can be right up on it. This thing taking a gangster behind time loading. I wonder if they're gonna give me my old cars. Cause I had some nice cars. Wonder if they're gonna give them back to me. Audio. That's cool, controller, whatever, home cinema, TV speaker, streamer mode, enable when active. This mode keeps only yes, streamer mode on. When active, the mode making it legal to check out the bet. Need that on subtitles cool. Text size, convert host to pressing. Hold on, press that. Nah, we'll keep on with the hose. Dynamic range. Yeah, performance, resolution. HDR, color line, good. Amateur. Full race line, traction control, drip assist, counter steering, first time, intermediate, we in sport, full race line, expert, braking only, traction control, all that off. Yeah, now I'm gonna need probably sport. Yes, bring your 11 vehicles and all eligible vanity items owned in the Crew to the Crew MotorFest. Yes, I want my cars and I want to see how they done updated them. So yes, I ain't starting no new journey like that. Give me my cars. Oh God, What's that? I can't see. Come on the camera. Let's connect something. Oh, Ubisoft Connect. I hope I'm still here streaming. I ain't got no Ubisoft points. They done took all my points away. So yeah, let me exit. Yeah, y'all still here. What's up? Alright, so I need Imperial, please. Thank you. We setting up the UI and everything. So we gonna speedometer on, cruise, sure. Auto rotate, inputs, sure. World tags, appreciate it. Display. Player names. Yeah, we can keep player names on. Crew. Avatar. Airplane controls. What are airplane controls? I got I actually on this little rig that I got that my steering wheel's on. I actually have the T Flight Holders 4 for PS4 and 5. It's compatible with PS5, but it's really for PS4. So I got the throttle and I got the joystick for flying. So if I can use that, well, I got to see if I can plug it up to the back of the PlayStation to do it. But I think I gotta unplug the headphones. But if I can use that, wow, yeah, I gotta unplug the headphones. If I can use that while flying, that'll be actually pretty cool. So we'll see once we get there. Import vehicles, yes, import my collection. By activating this option, you will allow collection import from the Crew 2, yes. Successfully imported, oh yeah, let's go. This is why you go to options before you start anything. AI cop chaser, sure. Traction control, we had all that bet. Accessibility, we good on that. Alright, bet, here we go. Wheel controls, force feedback, damper, vibration, gearbox, automatic. I don't have a shifter. I have pedal shifts, but not shifter. Man, I don't know what the proper linear for the throttles and stuff. We're just gonna go with these default presets. I'm not worrying about the clutch and stuff, so we'll just let me see. That's default. That's wild. Choose the Oh, that's real wild. I gotta turn a lot just to get that precise. Okay, so turn. Okay, the default. I had to do almost a full 180 just to get input on default. Wild started to kick in around about the same time. Precise, I think I feel like precise might be it, but we're gonna roll with the default for that. With steering, throttle, precise kind of feels it halfway. Yeah, let's roll with defaults for a second, and let's just get a feel for the car before we go ahead and map all that. So, I look back with L2. Look up. Boom. Alright. That's ground vehicles, airplane. Turn left. Alright. I think I'm cool with that. So, let's get into this game, man. Let's see what our car collection looking like. It's been a minute. Since we've been in the crew.
Welcome to Hawaii, everyone. Look alive. You're at the MotorFest.
I gotta choose who I am. What you telling me to do? Yeah, that's not me. I'm not a girl. You almost look black. There I go. Yeah, man. Customize avatar. We can do that. Did I press it right? Yeah, I did. Alright, yeah, we are definitely black. Alright, hairstyle though. Let's take this hat off our head. No cap. So let's go get our head straight. I guess we're just rocking the buzz. Get that Cisco on. No? Alright, we're just gonna be black. High color. Brown. Bows. That's me. Get some gloves. That storm is crazy. Did it disregard everything I did? It did. Okay. So buzz. Yes, yes.
All right, everyone, settle down. I know you're all excited. That chopper ride is always a trip. So,
Are we in this thing? Let's get it. Oh.
Made in Japan is the way to experience Japanese car culture. It's where tarmac meets tradition. From mountain peaks to city streets, this neon journey is not one to miss.
Oh, man. I got a steering wheel. Precise. Alright. Now we're gonna retry.
to experience Japanese car culture. It's where tarmac meets tradition.
Okay, probably not precise. Man, this thing is wild.
To experience Japanese car culture. It's where tarmac meets tradition. From mountain peaks to city streets, this neon journey is not one to miss.
You got some leeway. Oh, about to spin out. Where's the Nas?
Trying these playlists out for you is what I call a perk of the job.
What
right
is that?
in the center of all the action.
Rewind.
These
Oh,
Japanese
rewind.
drift masters. Just awesome.
That's something I didn't even know was possible. No, that's the e-brake apparently. Shortcut. Where the hell is my knob? I hit the knob.
Street racing my way through mountains and motorways was amazing. But the next playlist was Off-Roading Addict. A chance to race into the wild.
It's tough, yo. Oh, snap. I don't know how to knob.
Driving off-road gives you an opportunity to carve your own path, to explore the open expanse. The island becomes your playground. Total freedom becomes your creed.
How you hit the knob? That's what I'm still trying to figure out.
4x4s, pickups, quads. You're given every chance to go off the beaten path.
Triangles are knob. Yeah, I put the knobs are knob. Jeez Louise.
Off-roading is freedom, improvisation. But the next playlist is all about the competition.
I hate driving with one
Aptly
foot.
named the Motorsports playlist, this one is for the pros. Motorsports is built around racing to the top, the thrill of competing. But it's also about strategic choices, decision-making under pressure.
That was wild, man. That was wild.
There is no better feeling than triumphing with your team in what some consider the apex of motorsports. Making the call when to go for the pit stop, checking on your rivals, it gets intense.
Yeah, man. I got to reconfigure this stand. I like driving with 2 feet. I can't. Racing game.
Felt good to be the champion, but then I got to go old school.
They send me
Vintage
through
Garage,
everything.
a playlist for the true car aficionado.
That's the old stuff.
With these cars, it's not just about the look or the nostalgia. It's how these things drive, how they feel,
They
how
drive
they
wild.
steer.
That's what they
It was
drive like.
quite a challenge, in the best way possible. Outside of some collector car park, when would you ever get a chance to take these venerable legends for a spin? That's the power of Vintage Garage. A taste of an age where there was no nitro to boost you and no GPS to guide you. Feels strangely comforting.
They really be trying to get these wheels, different wheels for the car. It's wild. It's crazy. I don't know.
So, out with the old and in with the new, they say. The next playlist is a legend. Lamborghini. A playlist to truly experience the icon.
Am I supposed to go through all these?
I'm running out of adjectives here.
Alright, Lambo, let's see how you feel. Ooh. No, this feels good.
As soon as you saw that Lamborghini logo, you knew what this playlist was going to be. Some of the most recognizable car designs in existence at your disposal.
It's still good.
There's nothing quite like some of these cars. It's like a speed race through the story of Lamborghini. One of power and innovation.
Oh, shit. I ran all the rewind out.
The roster of these legends was a rare privilege. A privilege MotorFest graciously gave me. And now, it's your turn.
YouTube is best.
Like what you saw? Well, those were just the tip of the iceberg. But we've got to go step by step. Follow me. Look around you. This is what it's all about. Cars, bikes, rides, and good vibes. You'll get to explore the festival soon enough. And let's not forget, we're in Hawaii. And there's no... Once you pick your car, I'll hand you over to Kara, your personal AI assistant. When in doubt, you can always rely on her to guide you.
I like a Mustang. Beamer cool. Tuning car. Muscle car. I already got a muscle car. And I got a Beamer. I don't necessarily got a little tuner I can suit up. Celebrate some trash. I need a light car.
Made in Japan. Race over asphalt and drift through neon
Choose
in a
my
journey
first
through Japanese
playlist.
car culture.
I think I might go here first.
Hawaii Scenic Tour. Discover American Muscle. 9/11 Legacy. Rule the streets. Join the Donut Media team and answer James Pumphrey's unique questions, challenges, and car face. Made in Japan.
I'm gonna go to
Made in
Japan
Japan.
first.
Let's complete this playlist.
Okay.
This activity promises to be engaging.
Made in Japan. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing.
I've never owned a V12, but I'd say my dream car now is a Ferrari F12
I'm
200,
finna
which is
do
an
these
NA
settings
V12
right
it's front
quick.
engine, but I think they're unbelievable, death trap, savage looking things, and I'd love to drive one or own one.
Beautiful. I would go for 812 Competizione just simply because that is the most aggressive looking Ferrari in the world. I just think it's so sick. I'll probably get
set my settings up. I'm gonna look at a video on
I prefer it over the TDF. I prefer the H12.
Steering wheel controls, and I'll be back.
What's happening, guys? My name is Becky Evans, and welcome to MotorFest, the podcast brought to you by Red Bull and Ubisoft's iconic game, the Crew MotorFest. This is the podcast where I get to chat with some of the world's leading motorsport athletes and delve into their passions for all things speed, wings, and wheels. And the really cool thing is, you can actually listen into this podcast whilst you're playing the game. Today on the show, I'm going to be talking to talented mountain biker and YouTuber Matt Jones. He describes himself as a master of all trades and proud philosopher. A quick look at his YouTube, which is 900,000 subscribers strong, gives us an idea of how passionate and dedicated he is about his job, his career as a pro mountain bike rider, and of course his famous love for all things automobiles. He has got quite the incredible garage, and we're going to find out exactly what's hiding in there. Let's start the show. Matt, it's an absolute pleasure to have you on MotorFest, the podcast. How are you?
Yeah, good. What a time, eh? Yeah, buzzing to be on this. Thank you.
We're going to jump straight into the questions today, which is one question I ask all of my guests. If you could be a car, a plane, a boat, or a bike, with or without a motor, which would you be and why?
I wouldn't be a plane. It's freezing up there. And I don't think I'd be a car either, or a bike, because they just live in the back of a van. I think I'd be a boat. It looks pretty chill, and you just waft around, don't you? And even when you're not being used, you're just bobbing about. I think I'd be a boat.
That's the most interesting reply I've had to that question out of all the people I've spoken on this podcast. You're like, I would be a plane. It's cold up there. Some people are like, yeah, the freedom of it, the tranquility. You're like, nah, it's a bit cold. He's a true Midlander. I always ask that question to my guests because we're trying to see how this choice reflects personality. And for you, I feel like it's very matter of fact. You're very straight to the point. And it kind of, I think the fact that you wanted to be an engineer in a past life before you came to slopestyle riding, it explains a lot, don't you think?
Yeah, that was my plan. I didn't realise mountain biking was a career. I just loved doing it. So I had a spot at university to do mechanical engineering. That was my interest. I'm quite like maths, physics. And I guess, like you said, maybe a bit black and white personality. But yeah, I've probably become a little bit more colourful over the years. But yeah, definitely back then I was just interested in numbers.
Well, let's talk about your discipline itself. So slopestyle riding, break it down for me for somebody, because I've always been things with motors, and this is completely self-pedaled, self-propelled. So talk me through slopestyle riding.
Yeah, you're right. No motors. I didn't know motors for a long time. It's a gravity sport, right? So you build up a load of speed, ride down and roll in, and you hit jumps. You have to do tricks in the air, as complex and creative as you can think of, link them together on a series of jumps, because in slopestyle competitions, they build like a full course down a mountain or through the streets of a city. You do as many bangers as you can in a row, land them all perfectly, and that's how you're judged. So it's a creative, independent sport. It's not a race. You're not really competing against anyone, kind of just against yourself. And then at the end of the day, there's like a leaderboard of who did what.
So how did you get to the point where you were like, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to ride really fast off this thing and try and do something crazy in the air with it. Like, how'd you get to that point?
I think incrementally. That wasn't my desire at all. Although we were chatting earlier, weren't we? I've got a son, a 20-month-old boy, who can't even speak yet, but he's super driven to climb onto things and jump off now. That's all he wants to do. Like, he stands at the top of the stairs with a balance bike, shouting down the stairs. So as much as it's like people say, oh, I wasn't really like that, I didn't plan to be like that, I can see that is a personality and a trait that people have now. So maybe I was always that way inclined, but it took me to discover mountain biking, which luckily there was some jumps in the local woods near my house, so that was a box tick. Have a mountain bike, got one from Halfords with my twin brother on our birthday, and then, you do just ride off things and see what happens.
Let's get into the nitty-gritty about your bike right now. So let's talk about the wheels, any fancy features, some DIY mods you've got on there, and the day-to-day maintenance for people that are listening to this, and build up a vision of what your bike looks like to them.
So a slopestyle bike is really basic. It's so much more basic than downhill bikes, cross-country bikes, the kind of shiny things that people imagine. It honestly has one brake, no rear suspension, just 100mm of front suspension, 26-inch wheels. It's kind of a big BMX because you crash all the time, you bail, they need to be really light. Like mine weighs just under 10 kilos, which is really light for a mountain bike. It's got no gears, so it is really a big BMX. We don't really use carbon fibre much because when you throw your bike at a tree or something, it can get damaged and you don't know about it. So it's mostly titanium or aluminium. It's a really simple setup. It's essentially built for doing big tricks. Like I have to run a really, really long brake hose so you can wrap it around the handlebars so many times because we do bar spins, tail whips, which unwinds it. And then I do like little bodges, like put a bit of rubber inner tube inside my bottom bracket, which is like between the crank arms. That's to stop your pedals spinning when you're in the air, because you do so many tricks without your feet on the pedals. It all needs to stay exactly where it is. And then people invented these super, super lightweight latex inner tubes, because when your wheels are spinning, their mass is worth 3 times what it is when it's static. So when you spin a bike round that's in motion, like the gyroscopic forces and things behave really differently. So it's really important to save weight in your wheels and in your tyres. So a lot of people are kind of pushing new ground with what they're doing there with inner tube, tyres, rims. Yeah, there's a lot of thought goes into it.
So let's talk about the system of the judging and the points, because am I right in saying that this is a subjective sport, so it's down to the judges feeling how many points that they can award each trick, and then it's a cumulative points at the end which gives you who wins?
Yeah, 100%. That's exactly how it works. To like the layman, I always compare it to high diving. You've got this thing you want to do off the jump and you have to execute it perfectly, and that's easy to see because it's kind of the size of the splash, right? For us, it's honestly down to how your feet are positioned on the pedals when you land, like not really bending your arms and legs, making it look graceful, going really high. But really what you're judged on is the difficulty of your tricks and how gnarly and how risky they are. So a double backflip is always going to score more than just like a bar spin when you spin the handlebars round. And I think the runs that get the biggest cheer from the crowd will often also get the biggest, score from the judges. It is a very emotive sport. You just want to see people take massive risks and almost kill themselves.
So I feel like, in a way, it's slightly similar to drifting, because obviously that's subjective. We have 3 judges and they're judging you on your speed, your style, your line, and your angle. So I can see kind of how these 2 things could be connected with the style of judging that you have in slopestyle riding. Now, do you find that the judges are very critical of your errors, which can sometimes deter people from trying maybe like a bigger trick?
Yeah, that's interesting what you said about drifting. I didn't know how that was judged, so I'm curious about that. We've also got categories like trick difficulty, amplitude, smoothness, cleanliness. So it's kind of broken down in the same way as drifting. But I always think when you start a run, you've got 100, right? 100%. And they're looking at ways of knocking you down rather than building up from 0. So it's super critical. The judges are kind of looking for...
We put this playlist together to give you a taste of Japanese racing culture.
What you've done wrong, not what you've done right. And that's very frustrating as a rider or an athlete, because you're like, come on, I did all of these things. And they're like, but you slipped a pedal on the last jump. And it's probably the same in your sport, right?
Yeah, you start at 100 when you do a run, and basically depending on how far your rear wheels are into the clipping zone, whether they're on the edge, in the middle, or right at the painted line, they will deduct you points as you go along. So you start with 100, same thing, start with 100, and then they're being super duper critical. And as I say, as a driver, sometimes you feel like saying, you go and do it. You have a go. It's super difficult. I wasn't sure that my rear wheels at 45, 50 miles an hour were not quite on the painted line at the back there. So, yeah, I always find that there's 2 ways of playing the game. And is it the same in your sport? You can either be super clean and you can just really be analytical with what jumps and what tricks you're going to take to make sure that you keep those points moving, or you go for the big one. No risk, no reward.
Yeah, there's so many similarities. It's the same thing. You do get the people that are analytical and kind of almost conservative with the tricks they bring to the table, but they nail them every single time. And those people like stay on tour for years. And then you get these mad dogs that come and go, that are balls to the wall. They might try a trick that's never been done. 9 times out of 10 they fail, but on like the epic day when it all comes together, that's the best feeling, when you see someone just rise up through the ranks and do that. I'm sure it's the same in drifting, right? You just get this never heard of driver that just rocks up, smashes everyone, and then they're gone within 12 months. You're like, do you remember that person?
Only at 155.
No, definitely. And do you have any tricks that are sort of only done by you, or is there something that you're particularly proud of that you did in a competition that all of the other competitors I'm just going to go home then?
I was the first person to do a 720 no handling competition. That was in Switzerland. I won that one, which was really cool. And then quite quickly you see other people doing it. Like they, you know, 3 months pass, people have seen you do it. That's the inspiration phase out the window. They've seen it, that it works, and then you go to another competition. I'm thinking, I'm just gonna bust one of those out and I'll win again. And then 2 other people are doing it, and then everyone's doing it. So you have to be like
not too
quite far
back.
ahead to bring something to competition for the first time. So that was really cool. That was a few years ago. I was the first to do backflip Superman to no hander.
This thing so fast.
And then with Red Bull, I kind of turned a corner away from competition.
Like,
so my career very much diverted away from comps and into, you know, YouTube, content creation projects. And that was an even bigger opportunity to get creative and start building my own courses to try tricks that no one's done before. So I did like a running gainer off of this drop where I held the bike, did a running backflip, got on it upside down and landed. That was quite cool, and we made a whole you know, video series about
we're gonna bring my dragster out.
So yeah.
I mean, we've got to talk about that. What I like watching are your videos on Instagram, where it's that pursuit of perfection is in repetition. So I'm watching you try the trick, and it's like again, and it just gets a little bit better each time. Like, how many times do you think you have to repeat a trick until you get it bang on and you get that perfect shot for social?
Anywhere from 2 to 350 was my most I've ever done something. That was over weeks. It was a trick where I did post this on Instagram, so if people want to find it, it's on my Instagram. But we built 2 logs out of the ground. I did a backflip, took my feet off the pedals on the bike in the air, landed both feet on these separate upright logs, like pillars, swung the bike out in front of me, and then whipped it back down and used that momentum to then go into a front flip off of them, put my feet back on the pedals and landed. So it was like a really cool trick.
Shit was, all that talking was killing the vibe. Alright, I look behind me. Just trying to map out. Alright. E-brake. Nas. Reround. Alright, bet. I'm gonna show y'all how fast this thing is. Ain't fast, man. I can drive through folk.
Welcome to the car meet. This is the motor.
Something better. More equipped for my skizzy.
Let's complete this playlist. We put this playlist together to give you a taste of Japanese racing culture.
And we may need some assist.
To racing heavily customized vehicles. And there's no one better than Japanese speed racers to show you the ropes. You'll get extra detail real soon, but let's head to the container first. You discover almost everything the Japanese drivers have to offer. What's coming up? There's a special gathering tonight at the Japanese temple. The start of a whole new experience. Here's what to expect when getting there. A traditional Japanese summer vibe and lots of kyusha cars. Meaning iconic, classic, and made in Japan. On top of this, expect some exciting encounters. That's right. MotorFest has got some killer people to introduce you to an authentic Japanese racing experience. Don't worry, you'll meet them soon enough.
Oh man, I got a race in the old school. So I did it.
some proper Japanese street racing. Let's show them, guys.
Gotcha. Got it.
Sure, why not? MotorFest asked us to show you how it's done, but we don't do free tours here. You gotta play your part and give us a bit of a challenge.
No pressure at all.
Yeah, don't scare the kid, brother. Are you familiar with the Honda you're driving? The NSX isn't your regular street car. It was made back in the 90s to stand neck and neck with the likes of Ferrari and Porsche.
You sound just like Shingo. Speaking about Shingo, you know that if a rookie beats us with his NSX, we won't hear the end of it, right?
I don't even want to think about giving Shingo the satisfaction.
Better focus and win this thing then.
By the way, do you know what NSX stands for?
New sports car experimental.
I wasn't asking you, Hina.
Eyes on the road, Hina. I love that festival mood they set. Feels just like our own traditional festival back home.
Speed racer. I can drive a little bit. I just gotta reconstruct my joint because I got my flight pad right here. That shit's digging in my leg. Good. 6,209. 629,502. Which one not special? Alright. So I gotta re-upgrade all my vehicles. It kinda sucks. Drive over here too.
The pack is waiting for you there and is willing to show you some more of the racing culture. Wangan-sen, also called Tokyo Bayshore Route, or Route B, is a famous stretch of highway for street racers. Almost every racer in the 80s and 90s knows about it. In fact, some of the best drivers have pushed their engines on this very road. Even notorious racing groups, like the Midnight Club, cut their teeth here. And that's what slightly inspired our next event.
One more race in me before I call it a night. me. Back in the skyline. Top 3, let's do it. I gotta get back in this cockpit. Let's get it in the skyline. Okay.
Hey there. Word in the street is that you shine like a real hasheria with my NSX. Got me interested.
Well, then I believe you're in for a treat.
Oh, yeah? Well, bring it on.
The show continues, kid. But watch out. You're driving Ren's Skyline this time, and there's no word to tell you how crazy she is about that car. Can't blame her. The R34 is a legend.
Oh,
It's a
shit. Damn, I can't rewind. I gotta get up there.
Skyline is an icon. It's a powerful car that takes skill to control.
Yep. Ren spent years taming that beast. That car got nicknamed Godzilla for a reason.
So basically, you crash Ren's car, better leave the planet.
That path is perfect to get a taste of the Wangan spirit, an absolute myth among Japanese street racers.
Yeah, picture the Tokyo Bayshore route, with one thing in mind, never slowing down.
You gotta go fast, Bren.
Well, guys, I don't think it's gonna be a problem. This is the Skyline we're talking about.
Right back up here by first. Just gotta take them. Got him. Gotta maintain the speed.
These dragons are massive.
You got a wish to make?
Great job. You learn fast. Sharp turn. Careful.
Reminds me of that time Shingo missed a turn during a midnight race, supposedly because he was dazzled by the moonlight.
Oh, shut up.
I remember that.
Got him.
Impressive drive. Ren will be happy to know that the Skyline has once again shown its supremacy.
I'm goofy, bro. I'm goofy. Yeah, this game is lit. I gotta take this, boat off. Yes, sir. This boat is getting in my way. I'm a million. That's pretty good for somebody who spun out early in the race. You know what I'm saying?
was perfected by Japanese gearheads who raced in the mountains in order to keep city pedestrians safe. Along with suboptimal road conditions, these mountain passes are filled with hairpin turns and other challenges. Drifting is the best way to take sharp turns without losing speed. Toge style of racing. The winding mountain roads of Hawaii are as close as we could get to Japan. So we figured it would be a good place to teach you. Toge race usually features only 2 races. You got it. You're in for a duel.
Alright. Destroy this guy.
Just you and me this time. Why don't we put the whole festival euphoria on hold for a while and get a proper face-off? Let me show you what Toge is all about.
Well, we're gonna do that. Let me get up here because my start was trash. I was scooting around. I'm about to dust this dude.
Just you and me this time. Why don't we put the whole festival euphoria on hold for a while and get a proper face-off? Let me show you what Toge is all about. Relax. I've seen what you can do. Plus, I'll give you some tips on the way.
Wow.
Just you and me this time. Why don't we put the whole festival euphoria on hold for a while and get a proper face-off? Let me show you what Toge is all about. Relax.
Yeah, it's a little bit too much.
Just you and me this time. Why don't we put the whole festival euphoria on hold for a while and get a proper face-off? Let me show you what Toge is all about. Just you and me this time. Why don't we put the whole festival euphoria on hold for a while and get a proper face-off? Let me show you what Toge is all about.
Well, I gotta keep spinning out.
I've seen what you can do.
Keep spinning out.
Just you and me this time. Why don't we put the whole festival euphoria on hold for a while and get a proper face-off? Let me show you what Toge is all about.
This damn, it's got this spin out.
Just you and me this time. Why don't we put the whole festival euphoria on hold for a while and get a proper face-off? Let me show you what Toge is all about. Relax. I've seen what you can do. Plus, I'll give you some tips on the way. Toge is being able to balance the brake and gas pedal at every turn. One wrong move and you're out.
Yeah, I see.
This technique isn't easy, but when you pull it off, you feel like the greatest driver alive. And the coolest. Is a third-gen 2002 Mazda RX-7. Lightweight, compact, a sick rotary engine, and one hell of a look. That's Tanada's car, and she seems pretty confident you can beat me with it. Let's prove her wrong. Tunnel coming. It gets tricky at high speed. Make sure you don't lose control.
Last one. Just a long race. It's my last one. That's around the sun, then I'm just gonna call it that.
Alright, it's just you and me this time. Why don't we put the whole festival euphoria on hold for a while and get a proper face-off? Let me show you what Toge is all about. Relax. I've seen what you can do. Daijoubu da. Plus, I'll give you some tips on the way. The key to Toge is being able to balance the brake and gas pedal at every turn. One wrong move and you're out. This technique isn't easy, but when you pull it off, you feel like the greatest driver alive. And the coolest. Tonight your ride is a 3rd Gen 2002 Mazda RX-7. Lightweight, compact, a sick rotary engine, and one hell of a look. That's Hinata's car, and she seems pretty confident you can beat me with it. Let's prove her wrong. There's a tunnel coming. It gets tricky at high speed. Make sure you don't lose control. All the way down. That's the best and also the toughest part, so stay sharp.
Oh shit. No. I was doing so good. Had to overtake him somehow. He snuck up on me in that damn tunnel.
Just a few more laces and this is it. Come on, show me some real Toge driving.
Yeah.
Okay, you got me fair and square. Way to conclude the first half of that playlist.
Racer. That hurt my leg. Like y'all can see, like I got the setup, but I had to put one of my flight controls in it so I can have it. And it's making the drives harder, but you know, see some real differences.
This activity promises to be engaging.
Yeah, they want me to upgrade my car. Yeah, upgrade all my stuff again. So on the Crew 2, this is at max level. So I wasn't getting my best version of my car. I might am, I don't know. But it's saying I can upgrade that. I can upgrade all those. And got souped up real quick. And I only can throw those parts on one vehicle at a time. So I just gave that car all the upgrades. So it goes 192. It's not far. Behind the Vanquish. Low-key want to drive the Vanquish. This is my little baby, right? Chill. I don't know. Then we gonna put it on the Vanquish. Let's take that stuff off. Yeah, buddy.
Now that you're all warmed up, how about a full-on drift event?
So yeah, man, we
The airport is right on the coast, and the view of the ocean is stunning. At least that's what my databases tell me. Again, I'm just a robot. I hope you've liked the RX-7, because you'll be driving it again during this challenge. Except this time, she'll be waiting for you all modded and upgraded. You've seen traditional Japan, now it's time to enter the modern age. Be prepared, the contrast is stunning. How can I be of service?
I'm about to see something right quick and see if I can fly this with the controller. Oh, I can. What? Watch this. Hey, I'm flying with the controller. Oh. driving the car with this flight stick. Well, this concludes the stream for the night, man. Get back in these games. Crew MotorFest steering wheel is still working pretty well, as we've seen tonight. And that's dope. The flight stick works with a plane over here. That's dope. So, a couple dope things that we found out tonight. But yeah, I'll be playing the Crew 2, or the Crew MotorFest a whole lot more, especially once I switch around this bracket holding my flight stick and stuff. That allow me to be able to comfortably race in the game without having to squeeze my legs. Squeeze my legs in between the space here. So yeah, man. Looking forward to playing more of this game. It's fun and the graphics are cool. I feel like they gave a bit more graphical performance to PS5 players. Not that the Crew 2 wasn't good enough, but this is definitely pretty good compared to where it was at before. Maybe they're trying to look at some chords, but so yeah, more gameplay of Crew MotorFest coming. Just stay tuned for that. So yeah, until next time here in this game, it's been your boy Dino. Like, share, subscribe.